everyone, welcome back around the corner for another episode of Draco's Weapon Corner. This is going to be an average length video. We only have up to 6 weapons to cover. We're going to get started with longswords. Starting with Inuart's longsword. It has an attack power of 46 and a guard break of 50. That's a pretty good starting point. Considering the other weapons we've gone over, I think that's probably one of our higher starters. Let's take a look at its abilities, and then we'll see it at level 4. Since we've already seen its magic, the Fang of Shiva, in Spears, though. Which is another point I'm going to bring up before I get started. I don't know if I brought this up yet, but some weapons have certain spells that other weapons have as well. Like Sonic Burst and Blow are both in long swords and short swords. Anyway, ability. A sword that challenged a voiceless man. Trait, unknown. Alright, now here's a point I'm going to bring up to you right here, right now, because this is very, very important. Whenever you see traits unknown, it means that this particular sword is even more super effective against a particular enemy. In this case, you would check to see what it's good against. A sword that challenged a voiceless man. Kime is a mute. This sword is good in a battle against Kime, which is why you want to level it up all the way to 4, regardless of whether it's the strongest weapon you have or not, because it's good specifically against Kime. Now granted, you might want to try a few times to see which sword does better, your strongest level sword or this one, just to make sure you're doing more damage with this one. But I still highly recommend that you level this up to 4 regardless of what you think of it. Okay, now let's see it at level 4. Okay, and at level 4 it has an attack power of 68 and a guard break of 68, which isn't much of an improvement. But like I said, it is super effective against Kime, so you're going to want to equip it in the event you're fighting Kime. Obviously, he's a boss later in the game, otherwise I wouldn't even be mentioning this, so Kime is a boss. Inuart's long sword is strong against him, which I don't understand anyway, because, you know, he lost. He lost hard, and they never fought with sword. Actually, no, they did, when he first got his dragon. Anyway, also, I forgot to mention, it is part of the former villain set, which completes the former villain set, so I can do the weapon story on this one. But let's move on to our next sword, shall we? Okay, next on the list is Nobuyoshi. It is a weapon from Drakengard 1, and it was a pretty powerful one if I remember correctly. It has spell Sonic Burst, which is meh, but it has an attack power of 80 and a guard break of 60, making it now our strongest starting weapon. Let's look at its abilities. Kills each enemy with care. Traits. It chips easily, but... Now, that's an interesting trait, isn't it? It chips easily, but apparently something special is about it. Well, let's see it at level 4. Okay, at level 4, Nobuyoshi has an attack power of 100 and a guard break of 145, making its total points 245, putting it exactly 5 points over Silver Butterfly for the number 5 spot of the strongest longsword. Which means if you hadn't leveled Silver Butterfly to level 4 at this point, I would recommend shifting to Nobuyoshi and trying to get it all the way to level 4 before you get the level 4 strongest longsword in the game. Which I think is like 2 or 3 chapters from now, but since we've unlocked one of the best areas to grind in, and we're heading toward one of the best areas to grind in chapter, I think it was either 7 or 8, where we get one of the best grinding points in story. You could probably get this up to its top tier just before you get Kime's Sword. I'd still recommend doing it if you don't mind grinding, so it's really your choice, whether you want to or not. I feel kind of bad because I told you that leveling up Silver Butterfly would be a good idea, but before I told you the area to grind it up was, we got this one. Well, technically the area I would recommend to grind it up in would be the chapter we got this one in. So, yeah. I do apologize for that. I did fumble there. To rectify it, Nobuyoshi is now our strongest longsword. So it would be in your best interest to grind it before we get the next one stronger than it, which may be in 1 or 2... Actually, let's see, what's the next one again? Yeah, that one, that'll be like... Actually, that'll be 2 or 3 chapters. And it's in a free expedition, we get it, so... yeah. Moving on. Okay, next up is the sword Death Dance, which I believe was a weapon in Drakengard 1. It has an attack power of 28, a guard break of 16, it's kind of blah. It has a new spell, though, Deadly Fang, which I'll be showing after we go over its abilities and we see it at level 4. There is evil in its dance. Traits: accumulates MP quickly, effective magic attack. Deadly Fang. Fangs of death slice through the earth, tearing enemies apart. Alright, so even though physically this weapon isn't that good, it's magically good, but I guess that's a good idea considering, you know, we don't have mana anymore, and if you want a magic weapon, then this would be the best you got right now. Although, I guess you can't really count out Ulrich with his magic spells. I mean, axes have some pretty good ones, and hell, even swords have some good ones, except we don't really have many of the good magic spells. But I digress. Let's see it at level. Alright, and Death Dance at level 4 has an attack power of 36, a guard break of 30. Again, it's not that great compared to other swords or long swords. I mean, our greatest short sword is Mage's Promise, which is leagues higher than this one, but guess if you want a better magic attack, this would be your weapon. But with that out of the way, let's show it in combat. Well, at least its spell in combat. Okay, and here we are. Decided to go with the mages, and this is level 1. It's a pretty straightforward attack. It just goes, well, literally straightforward. It just shoots directly in front of you. Alright, level 2. Fires strangely 3 in a row. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should have gone for the monsters, considering, you know, there's more of them. Actually, there's more of the knights, isn't there? And I'm really just showing the magic spell, so what would the point even be of this? Yeah, you're right. Let's go over here to where we have our soldiers. Alright. Level... Please don't... Damn it! I said please! Level 3. Well, it took out that entire sector. I'd say it's pretty good. Except it takes a really long time to charge, unfortunately, which is the one weakness of the spell of this sword, and that's the whole point of the sword, so I'm not sure whether you'd want it or not. It's really your decision again, but I'm just here to make insightful points about it. Like, even charging the level 4, considering everyone... I don't even know if they're going to let me get it out. Oh, I guess they did. Alright, that's a pretty cool one. It fires everywhere and bounces around, but in ways of magic spells, it's not really all that great when you think about it. Wait, why is he wearing his Knights of the Seal armor? Oh, wait, that's right, because I put the never mind. Not important. But what is important is the next weapon. Alright, and next is Knights of the Seal's Cursed Staff. Now, you're probably wondering, Draco, why are you covering this? Mana isn't in the party anymore. Well, you never know. Maybe we'll get a new mage, or Mana will come back, or whatever. And it's only one staff, really, so I figured I'd just cover it to get it out of the way, so I don't have to, like, do a bunch of staffs later if it takes a while for her to come back. Anyway, with an attack power of 54 and a guard break of 81, it's our strongest starting out weapon. We don't know about it at level 4 yet, but we'll be covering that later. First, let's cover the abilities. A staff that belonged to a fire mage. Traits: possesses powerful magic and ground sweep attacks. Its magic spell in particular is Vermilion Cell. A fireball shoots magic arrows which burn the enemy. Clearly this is a fire staff if they didn't ground your head into it yet. But let's see it at level 4 now. Okay, and as you can see at level 4 it improves a bit. I mean, its attack power is 60, which is only 10 more, with a guard break of 90. Actually, wasn't it 50, 80 before? So yeah, it's pretty small increase. But it's stronger than either of our fire staffs, so if you want to, you know, fire elemental magic staff, this would be your choice. But, you know, Calamitous Sonnet is still stronger than it at level 4. Granted, it takes a lot of time to grind, but it's really your choice. Do you want to have, like, the quick road to success at this point in time, or do you want to grind and get a really strong weapon ready? Your choice. I'm just saying I wouldn't recommend this one. Well, I'm saying I'd recommend it if you want to replace a fire staff. I'm not saying that it's better than Calamitous Sonnet or not. Well, technically I'm saying Calamitous Sonnet is better, but now I'm rambling. So, let's just show its spell in combat, shall we? Okay, let's show level 1. Well, that's certainly interesting, a fireball that launches more fire out of it, but, not really that impressive yet. Let's see level 2. Ooh, 2 that do the same thing, which is a lot of damage. Alright, let's go for level 3. And we still haven't killed all of them. Woo! I guess Death Dance is better than at least this staff's magic, because it... excuse me. It did kill a lot of them fairly easy. Let's go to the other side now. Actually, would this be enough? Nah, let's go for the giant group here. Alright. Gentlemen! Need Gentlemen! Need level 4! Now that's powerful. Alright, let's move on to the next weapon now, shall we? Okay, and our final weapon is Foul Blade, with 18,400 gold price tag on it. It has an attack strength of 86 and a guard break of 138, which at this point makes it better than any of our current axes at their final level. But I mentioned this in the Let's Play, I believe. You're going to want to be careful. If you don't want to spend a lot of money or grind for it, I highly, highly recommend that you do not get this weapon. Remember how we got a decent weapon for Eris and then she left? A similar scenario is going to be happening with Ulrich. So, it's your choice. Do you want to get this and grind for it now, when we may be losing him at the end of this chapter? Or do you want to leave it and get it later? Like in your second playthrough or something. It's really your choice. I'm not here to tell you what you well, I'm here to tell you what would be the best thing for you. Personally, I think it would be better to leave this alone for now. I mean, if you're trying to get 100% of the weapons and you don't care about grinding them specifically, I guess you could get it just so you can say, hey, I got them all. But, again, your choice. Let's see it at level 4 and I'll look at its abilities. Okay, and at level 4, Foul Blade makes a catastrophic jump upwards with an attack power of 104 and a guard break of 166. It beats the piss out of our other axes. However, I will mention this again. Ulrich might be leaving after this chapter. It would be best not to spend your money on a weapon that's not going to be used until playthrough 2 again. But, let's take a look at its abilities. Oh, I should also mention, not only does it have a new spell, it also has one new combo attack. And after that, we only have one more combo attack before we finish the Axe's combo attacks. And, in fairness, all of our combos, period. And I'll only be showing weapons magic. And then after that, I just show weapons like this is that, and you should pick this. Anyway. An axe with a fire lizard inside. Traits. Powerful and breaks the enemy's guard with ease, but hard to use. Magic is Horn of Nightmares. Awakens the spirits of the dead, who kill surrounding enemies. Alright, that sounds pretty intimidating. Let's see it in battle. Alright, and this is Foul Blade level 4's combos. Shatter Heaven Blast is the only new combo. Square, triangle, square, triangle. It's going to be a little complicated to pull off, but we're still going to try. I'll wait for that. I went to the mages because I think he's weak against mages, which is good because it means I can F up a few times if I mess this up. Okay, square, triangle, square, triangle. Ah, you ruined it! You ruined it before I could do it! Square, triangle, and that's Dragon Deity's Fury. What was that again? Damn it. Okay. Square, triangle. Ah, damn it. I think I messed that up. Square, triangle, triangle. Shatter Heaven Blast! I almost said sky. Alright, now we're going up to the soldier so I can show his magic on this one. Did you think didn't it say it was like a fire lizard that was living in this sword? Why would it have a dark spell if it was a fire lizard? Just saying. Alright. Boom! Horn of Nightmares! Oh, damn it. F that up. Well, I have more magic powder. I'll just use 2 magic powders, and then I have 1. Okay, yeah, I'm still fine. Alright. Now level 2! Woo! Alright, let's go to the other side where there's more, and let's set up for level 3. Oh, and I might have to go down to... There's not enough here. I might have to go to the second wave for level 4, but whatever. Anyway. Level 3! And they move out. Okay, now let's turn my butt around. And level 4! And that's the Horn of Nightmares, right? Horn of Nightmares? Yes, Horn of Nightmares. But with that, I think we'll end this weapon corner here. See you guys in the next one.